I think like artists should just look at like Playboi Carti as like a role model or like an example of what you should be doing.
I think they do, but I don't know if that is possible to replicate.
I think they do it in the wrong way. Like Carti wasn't always like super mysterious. Like everybody, like you know what I'm talking about. All the SoundCloud rappers, they just like wear like Carti's aesthetic and like don't drop their snippets and like go on Instagram Live, play snippets, and then just don't drop any music, delay all their albums. Like Carti wasn't always doing that. Like Carti used to put out music. And I think like once you get to a certain level, then you should like start like fighting Carti, because like Carti, I think he's just like what everybody wants to be right now, like just with that following.
Right, because again, he might not be doing the biggest numbers, but his ROI is positive instantly. Mm-hmm. Like it's like he literally has to do is say hi Twitter, and then his hype is already back. People already are in tune to the rollout of the album. Whereas, like, I don't know, I'm not going to expose campaigns that are going on right now, but there are other artists that like no one cares at all, and they're big rappers too. About
and you'll never see Carti buying promo on an Instagram page, like no matter what.
Well, maybe later
just
on.
Doesn't need that. Yeah, maybe later, but like right now, if he does something, everybody's gonna be on it immediately. Like he doesn't need that at the moment.
Exactly.
And this is just like anecdotal, but like the Playboi Carti subreddit is bigger than the Lil Uzi Vert subreddit, and like the Discords for Playboi Carti have more users than Uzi. So like, what does that tell you about like their young fan base? Like they're like Carti owns the youth.
That's why I think Reddit's probably the biggest indicator as to like how poppin' you are.
Yeah, and Carti has online. More than Uzi.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, that's why Yeet has a pop in Reddit too.
Does he actually? I've not been.
Yes, he had like, I remember talking about it like a year ago, I want to say. He had the fastest growing subreddit in 2020 or 2021, something like that. I think it's 2021. People are saying, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I'm going to like talk about something else.
They're saying Reddit is for nerds, but I was just going to say like whether or not that's true, it's just an indicator. Like, I don't know. Like it's the biggest enthusiasts. If someone's literally going to a channel or a social media that is just about one topic and it happens to be about you, the artist, you're golden. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. I told you before, like they don't know this obviously, but I was like interviewing with like 10K, or not interviewing, but more like just talking to them, seeing if they had positions open. I ended up talking to like the senior A&R, like senior head of A&R at 10K. It's like super cool person, and he told me about this one app, and it's like this website that's been around for a while. And basically what they do, because I told them like my goal was like technology and music, and they like discover artists like before they blow up, like well before they blow up. Like for example,
MK
like,
or this new site?
This site like that he told me about. And it was like they discovered Billie Eilish.
Is it like Post a community Malone. Or is it like a what are you talking about? It's
like a company. And like you can invest in these artists. I don't want to like say the company's name or anything. I don't want to like shout them out, give them any promo. Like I'll tell you. But like when I just saw them, like,
well, why don't they sign them?
Like that's what they do. Like they basically get equity in the artists,
and then they pass them off to a label.
Exactly, yeah. And like they're discovering
what do they do?
Artists.
Track a bunch of like SoundCloud profiles and see who's
bunch of like, statistics, yeah.
Yeah, and see whose numbers are going up.
Yeah, and rapidly. I feel like Reddit. Yeah, and Reddit is not something that people like bot or fake. Like you don't fake Reddit subscribers to your subreddit, because like the moment your Reddit's dead, like people will notice that. Like it shows you how many active people there are on like other social media platforms. And so I feel like that's a great statistic. Like I'm sure they look at that.
Yeah, I agree.
So like even if it's for nerds, like that's one thing that's super hard to fake. I think that's another reason that people should look up to Carti, because like he really did that.
But he got insecure at one point too. Remember when he was like a week after Whole Lotta Red, he was like, yo, what do y'all want on the deluxe?
Oh yeah.
He almost gave in. So
He did.
sometimes I think people think Carti is doing everything like so purposely. I think he's just winging it, and it's just he has the it factor. So anything he really does works. Like, I don't know if he's actually planning it.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he has so much like control over like the kids. Like that's something that needs to be studied.
No, Carti's just him. Like, he just.
No, yeah, he is, but how? How did he become that guy?
Well, it's just like Drake. How did Drake become how he is? He just is. Like, he is the full package. Pause. But like, you know, he's light skinned. Like, he sings. He has like I don't know. He raps about having mob ties and whatnot, but at the same time, he can sing and be sensitive. He can get the women on his side. I don't know. You have to be a certain type of look and aesthetic and sound you have to hit it all at once. Because there are people who, like Tory Lanez technically does that as well, but he's like a short little guy, you know, bald. He has music for the women, but it just doesn't hit the same. And Carti
like,
just happens to have that.
Like, you remember like when Carti was on that Baby Voice, and like everybody was shitting on that. Like the mainstream was shitting on that. Obviously, it's like hardcore fans liked it,
right?
But like, and then Whole Lotta Ray came out. It was nothing like that. Like there was barely any Baby Voice. It was something completely different, and people were kind of mad because like he changed it up. But because he's like not dropping, I think people just decided to like accept it, kind of like Stockholm syndrome type shit. Like, this is all you're getting. You either like it or you don't.
Right.
Do you think that has to do with it? Like, just like,
so it plays into the rare thing.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people like their like labels are like trying to make it replicate that. Like, you're forced to listen to this thing. Like, I feel like even Uzi's doing that. Like, why is he not dropping?
I think he's perfecting the album.
No, like after Eternal Take, he dropped the deluxe. He caved in. Carti didn't cave in, but Uzi caved in. But then after that, he like dropped like the collab tape. Nobody liked it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe Uzi's unrelated to that. Uzi maybe is just doing his shit. But
I mean, there's a fine balance. One is feeding the fans so that you stay relevant, because most people can't be Carti and can't stay relevant if they don't keep releasing or staying or posting on social media, which is what Sofago, the opposite of what Sofago did. Sofago remained off of social media for a while, and look what happened. So you can't always be like that rare type and just be like, here's what you're getting, blah, blah, blah. But then again, Sofago got really mad after Pink Cards and was fighting the fans. So then that kind of ruined it as well.
yeah, I don't know. Carti's really just him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's why when you keep saying Carti's like the blueprint, you can't be Carti. And I'm not even trying to be a dick eater.
Who you
right
think?
now.